this is the first... This is Indiana Jones's first adventure, maybe. Artifacts. We will be leaving that right where it is. That's true. There is like a young Indiana Jones thing, right? I think that was one of those like crappy 80s cartoons. Subtitles are on in this household. Oh, was it 90s live action TV? Oh. Huh. I'm completely wrong then. I think I might be thinking of... Yeah, I have no idea. I'm just wrong. Never mind. Yeah, I was thinking of James Bond Jr. Hopefully this game gets less quiet. I have to turn it up. Okay, I was about to ask. I was like, where's that exactly? Sri Lanka. Okay.
According to the map, that stone.
Excuse me, didn't I turn the subtitles on? Speak up, Indy.
The Black River Goddess, and inside the idol of Kuruwatu. I'm close now.
To be honest, I can't really tell. I think they're on now. I think they turned themselves back off for some reason. Oh, icky. Icky, hang on. Controls. Camera. Invert vertical. I consider this to be non-inverted, but... Wait, what just happened? Why is it still wrong? Look right, look left, but then up and down are fucked. Camera. Invert vertical. No. Why is it still wrong? What? I don't even think invert camera... Invert vertical. Oh, it's because we're in third person. We're in third... Okay. We want this. There we go now. It's normal. I forgot that existed. Okay, hang on. I'll add it. I have her right here. In all of her cursed glory. Yeah, wait a minute. Where does his hat go? Why does his hat disappear when you pause the game? Got a skeleton. Okay, Indy auto climbs like he's Link from The Legend of Zelda. Oh, he has a jump button too. You can glitch it out and make him completely invisible. Took fall damage to that. Look at his crazy lunge when you press the punch button. He does this like shoulder charge.
I can use this water to fill up my canteen.
When low on health, equip the canteen. Then press A.
I'll need to cut through these vines.
Okay, I would love to. I don't have a machete. Yep, is there one around here somewhere? Here we go. I thought there was no way. I thought I was just like being dumb. And the machete was gonna be somewhere. But it actually wasn't.
Good thing I brought my whip.
Whoa, okay. This is gonna take a little bit of getting used to. Yeah, everything. The controls are a little, strange, I think. Like when you press A, Harrison Ford goes into this like 3-second long animation before he starts swinging. It's a little bit like, I don't know. Oh, I accidentally skipped the cutscene. I was pressing the A button to swing the thing around. This guy is okay. Please be dead. Thank you. I mean, I could have probably just been macheteing that guy. I wonder if Indiana Jones would have a problem with that if I just start slicing people up. Yeah, that's indie. That's movie indie versus real indie. Maybe I don't remember the movies that well. Does he kill lots of people in the movies? But I feel like in video game form, most characters are down for murder. Everyone who wouldn't normally be okay with murder is just like, all right, yeah. Oh, that's true, yeah. Also, damn ID, cool it with the race, ethnicity, or religion posts in my chat. I'm gonna allow this, but Automod caught that because of the phrase "shoot that Arab."
Внимание! He's over here!
Dude, he's too fast. He's too fast. All I can do is sit here and block. This is not based on a movie. This is an original game. Okay, hopefully that's the sound of him dying. Yeah, cool.
There he is!
Twitch Auto Mod does not understand context at all. If you say violent word plus country, you are getting auto modded.
I'm going to make...
Oh, well, bit late. Bit late for that. Yeah, any kind of negative word plus any nationality is gonna get you auto modded pretty much. I think shoot Arab is no good. You know, people have gotten auto modded for like lying French guy, stuff like that. I don't know what that is. I should probably go get it. It's
Fortune and glory, here I come.
thingy artifact, probably. Oh no, you're allowed to kill Canadians. That's allowed. I've allowed so much stuff through AutoMod that I bet a lot of things would get caught, but they're like allowed because I've previously allowed them. Maybe I've allowed kill Canadians in the past. Twitch endorses that. It's not auto-modded. Did that just like do something weird? Am I just seeing things? That's good. They fill your health at the same time, so it's not like fill canteen, drink, refill canteen. They know. That's good of them.
Keep an eye out for the American. Quebec wants his head.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Давай, давай! Get him, lads!
Just as long as I'm not like yeah, like you've been fine. You're fine at Mafia too. There are some people who come in and just immediately start like solving all the puzzles and being like, "Oh yeah, for this part you want to jump over on that thing to the left." And it's like, "Well, hold up a second. Let me try first." But it's no big deal. You've been fine. Guess I'm jumping over there. Well, the Burnout guy, the guy who showed up for Burnout and just like, why aren't you using this mechanic? Which, like, first of all, is like a bug apparently or something. I had to Google what he meant because I didn't know what he was talking about. He's like, why aren't you doing this? You should be doing this. You were bad at this game. The Burnout guy was a different problem. That's just like weird asshole. I don't think he called me an asshole. I think I called him an asshole because he came in. I think he just said that I sucked at the game.
Черт возьми, проклятые москитос!
This should be loaded. Hang on. Yeah, there's like some kind of speed tech where you like are able to intentionally get air and then use that for like little boosts. And it's like, that's not an intended mechanic. I had no idea you could do that. Oh, okay. Directly, I feel like these spikes are not that threatening. They're too far apart. I landed between the spikes, Indy. You're fine. Nah, that's the one thing Sands of Time had going for it, because I've never been too big of a, like, Prince of Persia 3D game enjoyer. Those games have never really been my thing, but, I will say, The Sands of Time rewind button is very appreciated. Sometimes you don't know what you have until it's gone. There was some game I was playing recently. Oh, it was Galleon, where I was like, man, I wish this game had the rewind button. Like, if your 3D platforming has so many different moves and they're all like sensitive, and if you screw one jump up, you fall and die, and you're designing the levels around verticality, then like the rewind button is just so helpful. And as far as I know, I don't think Indiana Jones is in Fortnite. I'm not really sure. I mean, I'm not like I don't have an encyclopedic knowledge. He is? Oh, well, there you go then. I really don't have an encyclopedic knowledge of what characters are and aren't in Fortnite. But I'm surprised to hear Indiana Jones is in, because I feel like he's for boomers. I guess maybe because they did a movie a couple years ago. Maybe they did a cross promotion with that. But I feel like the target audience does not know or care about Indiana Jones. I don't know if Mr. Beast is in. You ever see? I literally just got it. You ever see? I just fucking figured it out. You ever see those things online that are like, is this a Pokemon or like a pill, like some type of medicine? And it's like, you're given the name, and it'll just be like some crazy ass name, and it's like, is that a Pokemon or like a weight loss drug? Those sorts of that like quiz. Here's the ultimate gamer quiz. Is this character in Fortnite? And it's a list of like 20 characters. How many can you correctly guess are or are not in Fortnite? Because, like, I don't know if Mr. Beast is in or not, but he could totally be in. That's extremely plausible. Mr. Beast is in Fortnite, okay. There are like 20 real people. I know Sabrina Carpenter is in Fortnite. I don't know any other I don't know any other real people who are in Fortnite. Ninja is in Fortnite? Okay. I don't think you can be OP in Fortnite. I'm not an expert. But like I didn't think the characters did different things. The dude who shrugs on I have no idea what you're referencing. TikTok has definitely been my like, all right, I'm officially old and out of touch. No idea. No idea what's going on over there. No desire to find out what's going on over there. This guy. I have no idea who that is. I have never seen him before.
The stone has been weakened here. If I could get
He
my
was
hands on
famous
some
for
explosives, I could
shrugging.
blast a way through.
Equip. Do I? My shotgun. Well, I don't know if anyone does still use Snapchat. I feel like Snapchat was like that was like big when I was in high school. Sorry for dating myself or like aging everyone, but that was like a thing when I was in high school, I think. Maybe college, but then I feel like it died, and then I feel like it came back, I feel like I heard about people using Snapchat again in like 2021 or something, you know? And then I haven't heard of it again since. Famous for shrugging is fascinating. Famous for shrugging. Do I have to find a demolition charge? Oh, here we go.
Boom.
Grind XP. Is there XP in this game? There's no way. Gotta level up my Indiana Jones. That explosion could seriously damage Indy. Seriously damage is one way to describe getting blown up. Does anyone remember mentioning Snapchat? And then I was trying to think of when Snapchat was popular. Does anyone remember, I believe it was called Yik Yak? It was like a location-based anonymous post thing where like you would post something anonymously and it was like only people who were nearby to you could see your anonymous post, like in the same town probably. I'm not making stuff up. This existed and had a brief moment of popularity, probably in like 2011, something like that. It was like normal people's introduction to... It was basically normal people's introduction to being anonymous on the internet, where it was like, wow, look at all that crazy edgy shit getting posted here. It's like normal people are realizing that it's just like that out there. No, you're thinking of, wait. Maybe that was Yik Yak. What was the anonymous? It was definitely, that's Jib Jab, okay. Wrong word with an I, word with an A. Yeah, exactly. Posts like that. I think it might have been limited to like only college towns or something. I was close enough to a college that it worked where I lived. I was in high school at the time, but it did work. And that's like a... I don't know if anyone knows the "it's literally on Poob" post, but it's, oh, is it Jib Jab? No, it's Yik Yak. Just these extremely like fake sounding names. A social network where you could only say hey? I don't remember. That sounds fake. Aptly named Hey? That sounds completely fake. I don't believe you on that one. Who would use that? Miss the Jeremy Renner app. Yeah, I remember that ID. The Zippo iPhone apps, or like other similarly irrelevant apps where it was just like tilt the iPhone and it shoots a gun, and that's it. That's the app. Like early iOS App Store days. Man, remember what I think is truly the most Galaxy brain was, does anyone remember flashlight apps? Literally, in the days before, I don't even think phones had flash back then. And the days before you could use your phone's flash, there would be a flashlight app, which was literally just a white screen. Like if you created a new blank iOS app project in Xcode, it would give you a white screen, and people would just upload that. And it's a flashlight. And like they're not wrong, it's a flashlight, but like LOL, dude. I mean, yeah, like it makes sense, but it's just very funny. The idea that like it was literally nothing. There was no app there. It was a blank app. Is there like a way to crouch? Did I miss the crouch tutorial? How do I get over there? Yeah, that one as well. I Am Rich. It was like $100. It's $999. The I Am Rich app. I remember that. Sorry. I feel really bad for anyone here who's actually old. And meanwhile, in chat, and me as well, or nostalgia posting about the iPhone. It's like, oh, come on now. It's not that. It hasn't been that long, has it been? Yeah, it's been a while for sure. Shit was different back then. Why can't Indy get back up there? Whatever. It's gonna come down this way, I guess. Nostalgia post about MSN Messenger and dial-up internet and VHS tapes. I mean, all that stuff I had as well. Not dial-up.
I'm gonna be a rich man if I ever get out of this alive.
Send me to... I have no idea what that is. Send Me to Heaven, officially SMTH, is an Android app. Measures the vertical distance a mobile phone is thrown. That is insane. That is fucking insane. That is so funny. Whoever came up with that is a genius. Walk into the wall to climb it. Okay. You could barely see. You can barely see these vines against the background. I think I'm gonna miss a lot of vines in this playthrough. I mean, it's just that, like, you know, shit sticks around for a while. Like, I was born in 1997. And we totally had VHS, all kinds of films on VHS. Films, high quality films, like The Master of Disguise. We had loads of movies on VHS. Actually younger than me, yeah, sorry. 97 child here, literally Gen Z. You can't do it from a... There we go. I just walked right through that, sure. I don't really associate with Gen Z either. It's like a, you know... It's a cultural thing, maybe just because I grew up on the internet. Which allegedly is a marker of being Gen Z, but I ended up growing up with generally around people who are older than me, for better or for worse. For better or for worse. You know, not helped by the fact that I've always been into retro games. Even as a kid, as soon as I found out that there were video games that are old, I wanted to know everything about them and play all of them and all of that stuff. So my interests also just naturally always aligned with boomers. Oh, this is weird. We've got like grid movement now. Interesting. Ow. Oh god. Get me out of here. I don't know. Plus, like, so, like, as far as growing up with social media goes, like, I was definitely still a kid when Facebook started getting big. But at that time, you know, like I said before, I have always been the world's #1 contrarian, and I have always been a weirdo. By that time, I was already enough of that, of like a weird person, that I was just like I was like, no, I'm not signing up for Facebook. Fuck that. I'm built different. So, you know, I also dodged social media as it was becoming popular. Like normal person social media. Yeah, I literally, when Facebook was getting big, I was on IRC. I was the annoying kid on IRC. I think like most of my friends on there were probably like in their 20s. I don't know why they would want to talk to me. That's a little sus in retrospect, but I think most people were like early 20s. I was like 12, 13, stuff like that. Um, there were a number of teenagers that were on there. We were a young bunch. I do remember some people who were in their I'm starting to think more about it. There were some people who were a bit older who like ran the place, but there were a lot of younger people on IRC with me. It wasn't just me. We were the annoying kids though, because I remember we had our own like, you know, bunch of channels that we would hang out on. And then like every other channel on the network just like hated us and would ban us if they found out that that's where we were from. And we were afraid of them. That those people were probably like the guys in their 30s at the time who were like true IRC neckbeards. But we were in the Zoomer zone. But yeah, you kind of did have to shape up quickly because people, that's how it was. How's the game so far? Seems fine. I unfortunately skipped the cutscene where we ran into the people, and I feel like that must be part of the context of what's going on, because I don't really know what I'm doing here. I've just kind of been going through the game. Oh, okay. Oh. Yeah, definitely, I don't know. I've gone back and found some of my old forum posts. There was a gaming forum I used to post on. I found my posts there from 2007, so I must have been 10 years old at the time. And man, am I glad that those are really hard to find these days. You have to do some real internet archive sleuthing to dig up those posts. It was not easy, but holy shit. I was definitely, in hindsight, very stupid and annoying. Yeah, it's not GameFAQs, fortunately, because all the old GameFAQs forums are still up to this day. Not that forum. So the posts have been deleted, and to dig them up on archive.org, I had to really, like, dig. It was not easy. The game audio is pretty low. I should probably turn it up. Mostly, I should say, I don't want to get anyone's, like, expectations or make anyone think anything that isn't true. Mostly the posts I found were just me being really mean to people's fan art, as if I could do any better. Someone would post something and I'd be like, I don't know how to say this, but that looks really bad, man. And it's just like, wow. Kid Me was a dick. I still can't draw to this day. And meanwhile, I'm out here age 10, like, looks like shit, sorry. I don't remember my exact wording. I think I was meaner. I think I was meaner than that. I'm trying to think, what was that? It was something like, that's pretty bad, sorry. I said something like that. I think I said sorry, but was just like, bluntly, this looks terrible. Definitely mellowed out over the years. I am still a massive internet hater. I really don't even think I have mellowed out over the years. I have matured enough to know to generally keep it to myself if I have feelings like that.
We have a hot date.
But I am not a known mellow poster. Just ask I Ate Your Pie. Please don't shoot me while I'm trying to do platforming. I'm not banned. I'm just not a mod anymore. I'm not banned. I posted in Pi's chat just yesterday because I was watching Spike Vegeta and he raided Pi but didn't stop streaming. And I didn't get taken by the raid. So I would just realized that I was watching Spike Vegeta sit there at his computer silently watching Pi's stream. And I was like, I should probably alert Spike to this before he does anything regrettable. So I posted in Pi's chat for that reason. Point being, I am not banned. Oh god, right into the croc. No. Swinging straight into the crocodile. I should. I really should. I agree. Owie. Oh my god, he almost kicked me down the stairs. Okay, they sound pretty dead. Hold up, I have to check. Oh, that's just death. Dude, I think the hat fell off him when I died. I thought I would go down there and then there'd be something behind the waterfall. Whoops, I thought there would be something behind the waterfall. Yeah, there's nothing back there. That is like rule of level design number 1. Always hide something behind the waterfall. Okay, why is this inverted in first person? Hang on. I swear that the first and... Okay. Invert does not mean the same thing between first and third person. You want invert off for first, but on for third in order to get normal person controls. Yeah, there you go. That is a strange choice.
I think someone just stepped on my grave.
I think we gotta do like a Sonic the Hedgehog. Climb on top of this. Yeah.
I'll have to find another way around.
Directly into the croc water, man. They turn you around backwards too. Thanks. Thanks, Gator. Ugh. Ugh, I'm dead. This one Gator. I got soloed by the Gator, dude. Insane one. Suzanne. I haven't had problems with previous versions of Word. What I'm doing was simple in the past. A few months ago, I wanted to make a slideshow for a client, and I thought I'd use PowerPoint. It was difficult to use, and after I got the slideshow completed, it wouldn't auto-run, so I redid it in Access and ended up with a superior program. I should use Access for my word processing needs, and I think I will. Thank you for your response, and God bless. Mark. Access. I agree, Mark. PowerPoint will never catch on.
I think someone just stepped on my grave.
Yeah, I know. I know. How the hell do you make a PowerPoint in Access? I should use access for my word processing needs. Yeah, he must have meant something else.
There he is.
I love how Google still has the archive up for like the entirety of Usenet. So you can still find posts of people like fighting the console wars back in like the mid 90s. The PlayStation will never catch on. Nintendo has the superior console.
Oi, is that ready?
I think I've seen that post. The play shit station. Oh man, got him. No, I mean, what's there left to fight for, dude? Whoever's fighting for Sega during the Saturn era is fighting a really hard battle. It's kind of like that. I'm not sure who out there is like, I mean, first of all, the nature of console wars has shifted quite a bit. It ain't what it used to be, but who who among us is like team Xbox in 2025? There are people who subscribe to Games Pass and consider it a good deal, but it just, I don't know. Did they just make all their consoles $100 more expensive? Yeah, maybe it's like a more casual market of like, I don't know, who, I just don't get it. Who's doing that? Like, maybe we machete this. Is this a bad idea? No, that's an uncuttably powerful rope. Listening to a podcast. Xbox now serving breakfast burrito. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. If it did serve breakfast burritos, that wouldn't be nothing. That would have value. Wait, I just went like super far backwards. That sounds like worthwhile to me. I don't know. The like, okay, think of it like this. Well, no, that's I'm just trying to put my scrambled thoughts into words. But like the 360 was really big, but no other Xbox has ever been that big. So it's kind of like, you know, did they waste some kind of momentum they had, or was the Xbox just never that big actually, and they just kind of fluked into it in the latter half of the 2000s for a little bit before everyone went back to normal? Like, what's the deal with the Xbox? Yeah, like I think a lot. I think that's it. I think it's like think about all the things that went right for the 360 at the same time as far as like Halo, massive cultural phenomenon, plus our online system, Xbox Live, is like a huge deal, revolutionary cultural phenomenon. It all hits at the same time. Meanwhile, Sony releases the PS3, which is a disaster and $599 US and has no games. And they released it a year after the 360. Kind of a lot of things went right for the 360 all at the same time that they've never been able to do again. Heavenly Sword, not the GOAT. And like shit, I feel like if things were just a little bit different, none of that would have even happened because of the Red Ring of Death stuff. Like, the 360 was actually a piece of crap, and it was still the console. Because, like, the PS3 just dropped the ball that badly. I have played Puppeteer. That game, Puppeteer, kind of lived rent-free in my mind for years. I remember seeing it at E3 back in like 2010 or 2011 or something. Is that like a giant bat? Yeah, it is a giant bat. I remember seeing Puppeteer at like E3 back in the day and like thinking it looked awesome, but then I never got it. And then like 2 years ago, maybe, I went and played Puppeteer and it was boring. And I was so disappointed. But that's just my opinion. Maybe you'll enjoy Puppeteer. That's like a first party PS3 that nobody remembers.
That bat statue is some sort of trap mechanism. It seems to be triggered by sounds. Maybe I can trick it into shooting at something else.
I don't know. I never played Tokyo Jungle either, actually. There was a real clamoring for that game online back when it was only in Japanese, and then they did the English version, and it was like, oh hell yeah, Tokyo Jungle out in English, but it was digital only, so I didn't play it. So I have no idea. I was hardcore on team physical only at the time. I only ever made one exception, and it was Yakuza 5. Yeah, literally exactly the same muck. I think the Sony execs had the read on that one. Everyone online says they want the game, and then they're like, fine, we'll release the game. Nobody buys it. Yeah, 6-axis is it's like what they call their motion controls built into the DualShock 3 controller. Well, I think there just straight up was. Like, I think early PS3 days, there was something called the 6-axis controller, and then later they made a DualShock 3. I don't know what the difference is, but 6-axis generally refers to the fact you can shake the PS3 controller around. Maybe I have it the other way around. 6-axis might have been the second revision of the controller. I don't know. I only ever had ones with the motion controls built in. Metal Gear Solid 4 is such an interesting game that I wish I liked more. Like, there are some things going on with that game, but it just, yeah, it's a great spectacle, but it's just actually not a good game. Had an ex who played MGS4 without playing any of the others. I think Supreme did that. So I think there's someone I know, and I think it was Supreme who once said that he did that.
There it is. The heart.
Maybe it was you. I don't know. But like, man, only played 1 and 2. You totally have to play, seems like the kind of game you have to play in your teen years. I don't know. I really like Metal Gear Solid. I never played them. Well, yeah, I guess I did play them all as a teenager, didn't I? Oh shit, it is Mega Croc. Lavotel wasn't lying. I thought he was making that up. Mega Croc is real and he can hurt you. There must be a way. Perhaps a key held within the Mega Croc. Oh, here we go. Played MGS for the first time back in 2017, 2018. Tried to play all of them before 5 released. Yeah, that was 2015 then. I played 1, 2, and 3 when I got a PS2. When I got my PS2. So it would have been like 2012, 2013. And then I played MGS4 when the Essentials collection came out. I think it was called, which was 2014, I want to say. It was the PS3 collection, not, I think that was called, no, Legacy Collection. Essentials Collection is 1, 2, and 3, the box set on PS2, which is what I have. I have the box set. It's really cool. But, the Legacy Collection was a release with, like, an art book and 1, 2, 3, 4, and Peace Walker. All in one. I think it was like 2 discs. It was pretty cool. That's when I played those. And then 5 I just played when it came out. I've never, yeah, literally same though. I have never played Peace Walker. I attempted to play it back then. And I got to like the second boss. And I like ran out of ammo. It was like I was out of ammo. And it was like, well, to get more, like, to beat this boss, I'm gonna have to like engage with the weird mobile game mechanics to like bring better weapons into the fight, and I was like, fuck this, no, not worth it, I quit. So I never played Peace Walker. I was online enough to more or less get the gist of it. I think if I tried to play Peace Walker again today, I would play the PSP version just for like authenticity's sake over the HD release on PS3, just for an excuse to get the PSP out of storage. Damn, you're cool. I have the bundled PSP that came with the Star Wars Episode 3 game, So my PSP has Darth Vader on it. It is a white PSP with a Darth Vader decal on the back. This does control much better than Galleon. This is far more normal. Galleon was like weird as hell. This is like, what if the controls were normal? I don't need to like sit and ponder every input. Like, hang on now, is this the right button press? Maybe we gotta back up a little bit more for this jump. I've never played Portable Ops. I've always been curious about that. I know Kojima did not work on it, and its canonness is questionable. But I've always been curious about it, kind of because of those things. I have no idea where that just lifted up. Where the hell was that? I have this problem. I swear I'm paying attention to the game. It's just that like when they show the Switch rising up out of the ground or whatever, I'm looking at the Switch. Oh no, the croc. I probably have to do all that platforming again. I just got fucking crocked. I probably have to do all that again, don't I? Okay, yeah, the whole centerpiece. It was the whole centerpiece. Okay, thank God. We're good. There it is. The heart of Kuruwatu. Wait. Uh-oh. No, no! Shit.
Looks like somebody's been
No, we're doing all the
overfeeding the
platforming
fish.
again.
If I don't get that monster out of the way, this is gonna be a real short swim.
We're doing all that again. That sucks. Crocked. There are some rocks. I bet you're supposed to, like... maybe throw rocks to distract him. It's kind of difficult to play. I hope they do release Metal Gear Solid.
Looks like somebody's
Like, they
been
did that
overfeeding the
collection
fish.
on Steam like a year or two ago. I forget the name of it. It was like the anniversary collection, the complete collection, the something collection, but it was volume 1. I do really hope they do a volume 2 with 4 on it. Yeah, to this day, Metal Gear Solid 4 only for PlayStation 3. I really hope they port that someday. First of all, because it kind of runs like ass on PS3, the frame rate is like permanently in the 20s. It's not... it's like notably a little bit ass. But... I don't know. I just think it would be great to have that on PC. Does this even get me anything? I think this is the wrong way. That's like nothing. How did I start doing this before? I was on the cages. I was like over there. Maybe after, maybe they'll do it after they're done releasing 3, or Delta, or whatever. But it's pretty weird, right? Like, they called that collection Volume 1, and then they never released a Volume 2. Like, that heavily implies Volume 2. I don't know about the acid games. I don't know about that.
Whoa. Looks like somebody's been overfeeding the fish. If I don't
Nah,
get that
put him
monster
in.
out of the way,
I don't know about that. Please don't crock me. Okay. Yeah, 5 does not need to be in a collection because it's still just like a modern game, basically. You can just go play it. It's on Steam. It runs fine on your PC. To me, like, if something, pretty much any PC port made since, like, let's say the early 2010s is just, like, good enough. We're in there. No need to ever re-release. Shit, the fucking croc. It's literally on Poob. You can Poob it. It's on Poob.
There it is. Whoa! Looks like somebody's been overfeeding the fish. If I don't get that monster out of the way, this is gonna be a real short swim.
You can definitely do this without getting that monster out of the way. I just screwed up at the end last time. I mean, you just don't... Like, the thing is, the collection... Like, old games need porting in as part, and you combine them into a collection. I don't think you need to re-release 5 under a new label, when essentially they wouldn't be changing anything. You know? You can't director's cut it because the director is too well known. You can't just call it director's cut. And you can't get the actual director to cut it because he's busy. So, like, I don't know. I don't think it needs to be in. I mean, for, like, modern consoles, I could see that. But for Steam, the game is just sitting there on the Steam store. You could just say, get the collection, and then 5 is on there too. It's just fine. I don't know. Konami should listen to me. Fuck that, make it come with the collection. Add it, 4K upscale, stuff like that. Yeah, maybe. Because, like, I guess the console versions of the game... probably are like the PS4 version from back in the day, which was maybe is 1080p and can maybe do 60, but probably is like 1080 30 or something like that. So, like, I could see them including 5 in the collection, if only to just, like, upgrade it to where it now runs 4K 60 on consoles. I don't know if it could even do that. Are consoles capable of 4K 60, or is that not a thing? Oh man, that would be such a banger. Imagine... It's such a shame that, you know, they had a big falling out with Kojima, and Kojima left, and now he's up to his own stuff. So I feel like they can't really capitalize on Kojima's body of work, but they could totally do, straight up, like, hear me out. You release the collection, and it's just straight up like, by the way, it also comes with Snatcher, and for the first time ever, an official English release of Policenauts on Steam. Just saying. If you bundled those two games together, that would be huge. But I think gamers would be mad. Survive. Survive deserves to be forgotten. Alright, I'm gonna make a run for it. I'm gonna make a run for it. The gator won't be able to get to me in time. Go, 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 go. Okay. Can we machete underwater? Interesting. Oh, but the gator's out here. Oh, I'm so dead. Look at him camping. He's camping. Fuck off, gator. Okay, we gotta go out this way. I think I see the plan. We bait the gator to the wrong side by chilling over here. Gator is in position, and then we just go. Oh, this is the wrong side. Oh, I'm dead. Get up there, get up there. Okay. I'm super dead. I have to go over there. Right now, Gator-san is there. Prank call him to distract him. Great plan. I mean, I have the thing. Do we just, like, leave now? Oh, in there. Okay, I have to get over to that. I totally misread that. I understand your alligator joke, and that's pretty good. But brain poison from recent events in the world had me read the first bit as AI. So then the E was just sort of, I didn't get it. So I totally thought that was like an E-gator. Like an E-girl. It's an AI E-gator.
No problem. I can lend you mine. It's back at the hotel.
The famous American sense of humor. I never really understood it.
Look, Hans, or Klaus, or whatever your name is. I don't know
Germans
what you're
destroyed.
talking about, but whatever it is, I'm sure we can cut a deal.
Very well. Here is the
AI E-gator.
give me the idea. Now.
It would be one of those, like, you know how there's things out there?
Right here.
You know how there's things out there where it's like AI girlfriend and it's like ChatGPT pretends to be your girlfriend, and there are dudes out there who like become obsessed with this stuff, apparently. Holy shit, Hans or Klaus or whatever his name is just got gatored. It would be one of those, but just like pretending to be like an e-girl gator. I think it would be popular with furries. Well, because it's a gator girl. Yeah, sorry, Scalies. Getting my furry taxonomy wrong. Well, that's like a villainous evil archaeologist who showed up, but we yeeted him into the gator so that we could keep the artifact.
Excuse me.
The exhibit hall is upstairs.
We are not tourists, Dr. Jones. I am Marshal Kaiti Chow.
Did this on hard mode in like 3 tries. It's not that hard. I assumed the rocks had something to do with that.
I do for you.
There was a pile of rocks by the door, but you could just dodge the gator, so...
店长他的外表给骗了，甚至不是不敢掌握是很少真正的。
不管用手、用脚、用团都可以，只有你能把事情办。
Oh, could you somehow get the croc locked in prison?
What do you know about Qin Shi Huangdi?
The first emperor of China. He built the Great Wall and established a dynastic government that lasted for centuries. His reign lasted from 255 BC to...
That information.
Is he the first emperor of... Is that even true? I mean, it must be true, because Indiana Jones said it.
Surrounding the Emperor's tomb.
What about...
As you are undoubtedly aware, Emperor Qin is buried under Mount Li near the city of Xi'an.
Yes.
What about all the
that's about
previous
all
people?
anybody really knows for sure.
My Chinese history is
According to
weak.
the legends, Qin's tomb is an immense underground city filled with unimaginable riches, which took thousands of workers several years to build. After its completion, all those involved with the construction of the tomb were sealed inside. At least that's what the stories say. Due to Chinese superstition, nobody really knows for sure.
Yes. The Chinese people have always held that excavation and desecration of the tomb are one and the same. As a consequence, no one has ever been allowed to explore it. Until
With all the terracotta soldiers, I'm pretty sure you can just go there as a tourist these days.
Chinese history isn't
Shit's
exactly
changed.
It's your non-academic reputation that interests
This
me.
is apparently before the first film, so this would be like early
Chinese
30s?
folklore,
Maybe.
some mythological artifact like Excalibur or the Holy Grail.
Have they even found that yet in the early
But
30s?
unlike
Hang
those
on.
flights of Western fancy, the heart of the dragon is quite real. A flawless black pearl that was buried with the emperor.
Discovery.
Said that the heart possesses the power to
1974.
control
Yeah.
the
What do these people know?
I know you traveled a long way to see me, but I'm an archaeologist, not a mystic.
Then it's a good thing I came looking for an archaeologist. Superstitious folktales aside, the heart is a priceless treasure of the Chinese people, one that must never fall into the wrong hands. That is why China wants you to find it.
Okay, let's say I'm interested. It'll take months of meticulous
Yeah.
excavation to find the entrance to Qin's crypt. I wouldn't even know where to begin.
It was discovered in 1974 by a farmer.
Already begun.
They were just digging. Must be a fucking crazy thing to find when you're just working on your farm.
The mirror is the key to finding the crypt's entrance within the tomb.
Okay, so
You
they...
do not realize the magnitude of
Well-
the events you have set in motion, Dr. Jones. Even as we speak, others are pursuing
Cool orb.
the 2 remaining pieces. If they get
We gotta
the
get the
mirror,
3 orb
nothing will stop
pieces
them
so that
from
we can
entering the
get in
stealing
there.
hearts and using its power to enslave the world.
My apologies, Professor. My assistant is cursed with a vivid imagination and an impetuous tongue.
Reminds me of my last date.
Good one, Harrison.
The British government has graciously allowed me to take possession of this artifact on China's behalf. We want you to recover the final 2 pieces of the mirror, enter Qin's crypt, and recover the heart of the dragon. You'll become the most famous archaeologist in history. Will you help us?
A chance to become the first man in the Emperor's tomb? When do we leave?
I've already booked you a flight to Prague. It leaves tomorrow morning.
This contains everything you need to know. Read it on the flight. Be careful, Dr. Jones. The path to the dragon's heart is more dangerous than you can imagine.
It always is, sweetheart.
I feel like... Literally, we just got the scene of him flying all the way back to the US, and it's just, back on the plane, I guess. Fuck it, fine. Indiana Jones never gets to just take a break. Pimp beating or blimp peating?
After all, better keep a low profile. I can't afford any trouble on this one.
Oh no, is this a stealth section? Oh no. Well, here we are in Prague, I guess. I'm gonna stop playing for now, though. I'm gonna call it here, and we'll pick this one up again tomorrow. It's not? Okay, good. I can't afford any trouble on this one. My stealth senses are tingling on that. The game's saved, right? I hope it's saved. Seems good, hopefully. Yes, cool. Man, all that was just the first level of the game. Was like at almost an hour and a half. Indiana Jones and the redoing this entire thing tomorrow. Horrifying. The most cursed treasure Indiana has found yet.